Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. Right after Impact ended tonight, my goal was to make a predictions video for TNA, and it is now 8:30. So TNA ended over an hour and a half ago. Mainly, I was gonna make it right after it ended, and then I had to find my hat, and then I went off to find my hat, and I started doing the dishes, this, that, and the other. So finally, I have figured out what I was doing at the beginning, and now I am making this video. All in all, TNA Impact over the past few weeks has been alright. It's been good to watch wrestling if you want to watch wrestling on Thursdays, since it is the only program that is on. But it's not great, and that's basically the way I see this pay-per-view. Final Resolution put together, a pretty good show of matches. Looks like there's 7 good matches on here. None of them that I really would want to walk away from. But I think at the end of the day, I don't think Final Resolution is going to be a pay-per-view that a lot of people are going to be remembering from 2012. If I can really get in to what's going on, I got a chance to really make a real TNA video, this past few weeks. But the whole thing happened after a Turning Point. They needed a new #1 contender. They had a match on Impact. James Storm won that match and then lost it. No, well, I think he won at the pay-per-view. I can't really remember. But anyways, at one point, James Storm was the #1 contender. He won the 3-way dance. At Turning Point, the AJ Styles lost, basically saying that AJ was not going to get a title shot for 1 year till Bound for Glory. And then, James Storm was to be the #1 contender. Showed up on Impact that week, and Bobby Roode just beat him out of nowhere. No build, no nothing. Had maybe some hope that they would make a 3-way dance. But James Storm, not on the show. Not on Final Resolution at all. James Storm is the one guy they've been trying to make a star for at least the last year that they've had it on the board. This is a guy. I know he sells a lot of merch. Not Jeff Hardy style numbers of merch, but I mean, he is a guy that moves some stuff and has a following. He's the guy that's really paid his dues and really deserves it. He's one of my favorite guys to watch over there, but for some reason, they keep thinking by giving us less James Storm, it's going to make us want more. I really feel that by the time they actually want to put him on the burner, people just aren't going to care anymore, and I feel really bad for the guy. But James Storm, not on the show. Main event of the show is Jeff Hardy going up against Bobby Roode for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of good promos, almost basically close to face promos from Bobby Roode out there tonight, just saying that it's been 5 months since he's been the champion, and that means the world to him, and he wants to be the champion again. I really liked those. Bobby Roode, my second favorite guy to watch over there. But I think Jeff Hardy just got this title at Bound for Glory. I'm basically thinking that Hardy's going to hold on to that belt for a while. They're going to want to make him the focus of the company. That way he can resign. Hardy is the one guy that puts more butts in the seats than anybody else, sells more merch than anybody. And, if he was to, find a reason to leave, it wouldn't be crippling to this company, because this company is basically already crippled. But it would suck. So Jeff Hardy for the win here. From there, the next biggest storyline, more than likely, is the Aces and Eights going up against, the whole TNA company, excuse me. I apologize. On tonight's episode of Impact, we had a title change. Samoa Joe lost the TV championship, a belt to me that means nothing. I can't think of a title, maybe the World Television title for WCW, not in the good days, but near the end of the dying days when, that belt didn't mean a damn thing. That's basically what TNA's TV title was. If you have a title and you have to change the names 3 times to try to make it, relevant, it's basically time to throw that one away, let it go for a while, and bring back a new championship. Don't just keep the same belt design and just keep passing it around. Just give up on it and let it go. But Samoa Joe, to me, seems like too big of a star to be the TV champion. But he lost it back to Devon. Devon is the champion that never lost it, was stripped after TNA didn't want him anymore and then brought him back for the Aces and Eights storyline. But Devon is the TNA champion as well. So that sets up this match. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff going up against 4 members of Aces and Eights. More than likely, I'm guessing Devon will be one of those guys, but this has to be, has to be. I am one of the few people out there that is really holding on to Aces and Eights. Is a good storyline for TNA. I find that it is one of the main things that I care about on this show, even though I don't think it was what it was supposed to be. Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff, as little stars as they are to TNA, they desperately need to turn. Please have this be the show. I think everybody knows that it's coming sooner than later, and I'm praying that one of these guys, if not both of these guys, turn on Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, and Ace and Eights is able to pull out a victory. That is basically the only thing that I can see coming out of this match that makes it bearable. From there, the next biggest storyline in TNA is Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, came in, I believe, sometime during the summer, and she was a big free agent that TNA brought in to help boost their show. Another, one of the Stars kids that gets a job, basically like Garrett Bischoff or Brooks, another one, and basically people helping out people because they're higher up in the company. And Brooke was never really a star, but TNA treats her like one. And there's either 2 ways this can go. This is either going to go the way of the WB storyline of Triple H, Stephanie, and Vince, or it's going to be like Test, Stephanie, and Shane. And I'm not 100% sure the way it's going to be, but I remember the way people looked at Stephanie when she was a face and she was Vince's daughter, and nobody really cared about her and everybody hated her, and then she just turned with Hunter, and it was a 180-degree turn, and it just was the hottest shit out there. She went from just being somebody that nobody cared about, that everybody thought was one of the hottest chicks in the world, and I think that would desperately help out Brooke Hogan right here for you. Brooke Hogan, currently dating Bully Ray, is involved with a match against Austin Aries because they're throwing things back and forth, and Hogan has disgusted at both of them, so he put them in a match together. Austin Aries versus Bully Ray. Austin Aries has to win this match because he needs to stay somewhere near the top, and I believe that this would be a great time for Brooke to turn on Bully Ray. Some people will say that it's too early, but nobody really knew about this storyline 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, so I don't think anybody really cares about it to begin with. I mean, are you going to keep Austin Aries and Bully Ray in a program for another month just to have the heel turn? I'm not sure. I would do it right now to make people care. From there, we go to AJ Styles to Christopher Daniels, and is what is billed as the last time match. I believe that's what it's called. It might be called something else. But right when they put that on the screen, I said, bullshit! There's no way in the world this is going to be the last time these guys go at it. They can have a go out at I guess they can have it at Bound for Glory, as some sort of a retirement match. But there's no way in the world these 2 guys are not going to wrestle themselves somewhere, some way. TNA is going to have to put these guys out there again. I don't know what the hell Christopher Daniels and Kaz were wearing on Impact, but I want more of that. With the Zumba pants and the fanny packs, that came to me a little bit out of nowhere, maybe because I missed a little bit of the beginning of the show, but that was excellent. This match, I don't know what's going to happen. They're billing it as the last time, and I don't believe it. Styles can't go anywhere. They need to maintain him sort of as a star, but I mean, like, he can't move up the card because as many matches as he wins, he can win 1,000 matches in a row in the next year, and he's not going to get a title shot anyway, unless they just sort of forget about it. But I can go either way on this, but I'm going to pick AJ since he's the face from there. And the match that I think is going to be really, really good, that I don't think anybody else will, is Tara versus Mickie James. I have high hopes for this match. I'm going to pick Tara to win, only because Mickey's sort of on a comeback. But Tara looks pretty good with that title, and then I'm sort of scared what's happening to Tara if she doesn't have the title. And if Tara was going to lose the title to anybody, it would make sense to me to lose it to Tessmacher, unless TNA has sort of given up on her, and I haven't seen that anywhere, as they think that she's just too green to have the belts on her. But I think Tessmacher is the one that TNA wants to build the women's division around, I guess you can say. And so once the title's on her, that'll make more sense. Mickie James is there sort of as just a name, and to bring credibility to the women's knockout division. TNA World Tag Team Championship is on the line. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez going up against Matt Morgan and Joey Ryan. And I don't know what the hell they're doing with Matt Morgan wearing the Hulk Hogan style cape. But, you know, whatever it is, whatever. I'll pick Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez to go on with the belt here. Not much more to say. Rob Van Dam is going up against Kenny King in a TNA X Division Championship match. Hogan sort of buried Kenny King on TV last week, I believe it was, when he was trying to eliminate guys to see who was going to get the shot at the X Division Championship. Kenny King was the first guy eliminated because he said he hadn't really done anything in a while. And I thought that was pretty cool of TNA to fly Kenny King all the way out to Orlando for a live TV taping, only to be involved in that segment, and for Hogan to say, no, you're not getting a match because you haven't been here in a while. I thought it was pretty dumb. But now he ends up with a title shot at the pay-per-view. Didn't really see this coming. But Kenny King's going to have to make the most of this situation and see what's going to happen. I don't think he's going to win, but Kenny King, I'm praying for you to have a good match. I want to see more of you in TNA. I feel right now that he sort of might have made the wrong decision to leave Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, it doesn't seem like the hot shit that it used to be. But at least you'd be getting used on every show. And TNA doesn't seem like they need you on every show. So I'm hoping that you dancing at the dudes with no shirts and bow ties, whatever the hell that's called. You know, Chippendales. I hope your Chippendales business is taking off, because not sure about this. This, all in all, looks like it's going to be a pretty damn good show. Not a memorable show. But we'll have to see what happens. You know, this is Stevie Breach. Everybody have fun. Sunday night, December 9th. Total Non-Stop Action puts on Final Resolution 2012. Good times.